Alright, hello and welcome. Today I wanted to talk about Cobra Kai. I haven't really talked about it on my channel. The fifth season just came out. I might as well discuss it. It's not going to be a super review of like the entire show, but just my general thoughts about the show and how this season went and everything like that, alright? So if you like the show, go watch it. There'll be some spoilers here, and that'll be that. Alright, awesome. Alright, season 5. Woo! Things amp up in this season. We get basically a conclusion to the show while keeping the original themes and messages from the show and the movies still intact very nicely. It's executed pretty well. Everything flows generally well. The plot is fine. I like the show. I like it a lot. I would say that in general, there are things that I'm maybe not so happy about. Particularly in the case of like, listen, these characters are just a little bit intense, all right? Like, well, just a little too intense. Like, the escalation from like the past seasons to this one, Jesus Christ, people get their fingers are getting cut off now, and there's tons of blood, and they're literally everybody's trying to literally kill each other again. Like, remember season 2 when Miguel broke his back? Well, now we got fucking Silver fucking cutting off hands and trying to kill people, and Chosen and Danny, not Danny, yeah, Daniel and Lawrence, and fuck, jeez, it's a whole cavalcade of chaos. I've never seen a show like so many characters so adamant about like being stubborn and prideful, and like the misunderstandings of each character come into play all the time, and they just like refuse to see each other from a different point of view, including the adults. Like, even though they're supposed to be like the voices of reason, sometimes the adults are like escalating the situation just as bad as like these kids. They're hypocrites, obviously. But it's just crazy, right? I like it a lot. We get, we get a nice conclusion to this season. We deal with the crease situation. We deal with the silver situation. We deal with multiple plot threads that have been going on since season 1, like the hate and vitriol between like Miguel and Johnny's kid. I forget his name. I'm sorry. And the hate between like Sam and Tori and all the other characters that are like hating each other. Like the rivalry between Cobra Kai. God, kill me, please. And Miyagi Do. I have trouble saying these names for some reason. I shouldn't at all. And there's rivalries. It looks like it's finally ending and it's wrapping up. So I'm indifferent to what's gonna happen next, if there's going to be a next. It seems to me, because they do the fake out death with Kreese. He doesn't actually die. He's fine, and he leaves the prison, I guess, to do whatever. I don't know how the cops are never gonna find him. Like, surely they will. How is he gonna evade, the government? But, we'll find out, I guess. I don't know. I'm perfectly fine with this season ending the show. I think it's a decent season. We get again conclusions to all of our characters and fights. I don't think we really need a season 6, honestly. Maybe there needs to be some kind of maybe last episode epilogue, to see where our characters are, and that's that. But it doesn't need to go any further than there. Our characters are older. Our actors are like older. They're like almost in their 30s, playing like high schoolers now. And not that their acting's always been the best either, like the kids. Peyton List is probably the best actor, and Hawk, well, I like his character. His act. Dimitri is also very good. I like the way he portrays his character. But things are. I'm tired. I'm a little tired. It's been 5 seasons. I think the story's told what it needed, to tell. Um, fighting like this. Its messages and its themes. Be good to each other. We don't always have to fight each other. We can find different solutions. That doesn't always work out. Other than that, we gotta stop the evil bad guys too at the same time. Sometimes it's getting a bit muddled. Also, the action in this season, we gotta take into account like our older actors. The fan favorite nostalgia characters like Ralph Macchio and the guy who plays Johnny Lawrence, and Kreese and Silver and Chosen as well. These guys are old. They're very old. They're in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. I think Kreese is in his almost 80, and he's like still doing like karate stuff. It's like whoa. It doesn't look good, right? Like the action sequences when they're doing it. There's a lot of like telegraphed punching and kicking, right? There's a lot of cuts. It's not the best. Um, and it kind of takes me out of like the combat because since I've done martial arts, my whole life, and I know exactly how like karate it fights like would go down in real life. Nothing like it is in the show ever. Don't even kid yourselves. It would not work. Trust me, it just doesn't. It's just not how it's done. But I can suspend my disposition of disbelief for at least this show a little bit, like because it's nostalgia, it's fine. Um, as long as like some of the kids fighting when they do it, it's a bit better. It's a bit faster, more fluid. That aspect of the show has been running its course, I think, for a long time now, though. Anyway, I think it's maybe it's a good chance to just rest and maybe you just lay it down, right? I think the show is good. It does a decent job. It's one of the only remakes that I can say for sure isn't like an absolute disgrace to the original, right? Like if you look at all these Disney remakes and reboots and any other like Universal remakes or reboots like John Carpenter God damn it, I'm so trouble saying names right now. John Carpenter's like movies like The Thing or The Fog, right? How his shit's been disgraced. Disney's, oh my god, all the you know what it is, the cavalcade of shit that just come from them, all their originals that have just like turned to mush. It's been tiring. So it's nice when you see like a remake that keeps and it holds its original themes and it's like respectful to the source material and what happened before and doesn't make a mockery of these characters. It uplifts them in fact and it like praises them. It like tries to tell a further story about what's happening with these people and the people we know and care about, and it's great. It's really great. We get respect for old Mr. Miyagi even though he's gone, and respect for Daniel, respect for Chosen, respect for Kimiko on that side of the movies, and respect for the third movie's Barnes, I think is his name. He comes back in this season. Oh, we got another fan favorite from just more nostalgia, right? And I'm not particularly proud of nostalgia's like run its course on me. I don't quite like it, but I this show does a good job of executing it well and making these characters likable, and that's important. It's very important for this story to have likable characters. Most of the kids I can like say they're sort of very very weird. They don't act like kids from 2020, right? But it is what it is. So it's got its bad points too, obviously, but overall the show does a great job of um, uh, making you interested in the show and making you writing compelling characters and a compelling story. So I wholeheartedly recommend Cobra Kai. We'll watch all of it. It's unapologetically good. It's better. Maybe it's not a 10 out of 10 for sure, but it's not mediocre, which is also good, and it's up there. And with all the other shit that's just taking its course through like our like shows and movies have just been so horrible lately. We need something good to watch and that'll entertain us, right? We need some fun in our lives. So, and this show is fun. Yeah, very very fun. Lots of things to like about the show. I think I'm done rambling. Hope you guys get my point. I recommend you watch the show. Just watch it. You'll like it, obviously. And okay, thank you. You guys have a good day, and see ya.